If you're planning an upcoming offsite and you lead a remote or hybrid team, you really want to think about how you can make that 1 day offsite last for an entire year. Here's some ways you can do that. You want to think about avoiding just doing your normal day-to-day office routine at the offsite. You really want to change things up to create a meaningful and memorable experience. So whereas most offsites, they're 80% content and information sharing and 20% meaningful experience, you want to swap that. Use that 20% of information sharing to create context that makes that 80% experience that much more meaningful and memorable and make progress on all the things that you're trying to do for the rest of the year. The way that you can think about that is, how do you maximize that live group in-person experience? And you do that by minimizing all the elements that could be done virtually, alone, asynchronously, or in a 1 hour meeting. So that could be things like presentations, PowerPoints, keynotes, reports, briefings, updates. All of that could be done as pre-work, as an email, as a video. You want to think about, how do you spend that live in-person time with activities and exercises that are amplified by being together as a group in real time. That would be things like discussions, brainstorming, rapid prototyping, ideation, doing the deep work on projects that either are that huge 5,000-foot bird's eye view, or maybe it's doing really detailed work that you really need to get into the weeds to do in an unfocused way in order to make progress. As well, you want to have time for team bonding, connection, building trust, rapport, and psychological safety, and upskilling your team in ways that they can resolve conflict, give feedback, and communicate so that things run smoothly when they are back into their individual computer screens thousands of miles apart. The Ebbinghaus forgetting curve tells us about the power of collaboration, because when you study alone, you do something alone, you only remember about 28% of it 2 days later. But when you collaborate, you interact with others, you're asking questions, and you're applying the content, you're going to remember 69%. So if you think about making that 1 day offsite, the impact of that lasting for the entire year, you want to do as much as you can to involve your team, to help them interact and collaborate in real time and make the most of that in-person experience.